yet in his fight. Like I said, it's going to take something very strong to take Soaz out of that top lane.
And they're pushing this bottom lane fairly heavily. Obviously, Tariq was missing up towards that middle area, so Tidus just playing it defensive, doesn't want to get caught out of position with that Vayne, who you'd think she's not going to attack you, and then all of a sudden she's right in your face and you can't do much about it. But Kuja is now back on that bottom lane, so should start to stabilize once again. Actually, Soaz didn't go back, he's still on that tunnel, on that turret. In the mid, Linak got the level advantage. Let's just take a look at that CS. 72 for Linak. Actually, again, pressure down bottom from Kuja, and we may see something in middle here. We are going to see Lee Sin go into the bush, and again, he has to get his way out there. Oh, unlucky there for Lux not to catch that snare onto Lee Sin. That could have been a very different outcome if it would have connected. But anyway, the CS I was talking about, 74 to 61 in the middle area. And they've actually used Clairvoyance there just to keep tracks of Olaf. Don't want him to be coming in and causing all kinds of problems, and actually lands the axe.
Yeah, and you can see that's the difference down the bottom there. They are going to go straight in for Vayne. Don't think they're going to have enough to finish him off. They have a minion wave, though, so they're going to put a lot more damage. That turret is very low. Obviously, we're waiting. Oh, we can see Olaf and Lux now coming down. Yeah, they've already sussed it. Oh dear, it's actually teleported down the bottom there. Gets a great stun on him from Kuja there. That could have been the end of one of those. But instead, they've got a 5-man. They're going to go straight for Dragon here. 12:41 is the timer. They will go for Dragon. Meanwhile, the top lane is pushed pretty heavily. You can see Annie is going to come down. Annie doesn't have stun. May have it ready for the Tibbers. I'm not too sure. Yeah, he's trying to build it up. Now he's built up the stun, but it doesn't matter because Dragon has gone on 12:55. And the rest of the team, well, Millenium caught out there with a pants down really on that one, because that's going to even the gold up, despite the fact they were ahead in the CS. And you can see coming around the side there, not going to be able to catch it, and Tibber's not really doing enough. So, down the bottom, let's have a look. CS-wise, Caitlyn, 101 to 77, so big advantage there. That's around about 600 gold or so, or maybe. Well, I don't know, my maths was never the strong point. And also at the top as well, Aurelia obviously 104 to 73, so gold-wise from the CS, Millenium have a big advantage, but that one Dragon will certainly cancel a fair chunk of that out.
Yeah, that Dragon really important, I think, at this stage of the game. They've lost the first turret of the match, actually, which obviously was that one down at the bottom. There's very little HP left. In the meantime, they did some damage to this middle turret as well, but Forellan Lord was fairly speedy in getting himself back there. You see Clairvoyance used just over towards the blue over on the alternate side. And we see Timson get back into his lane there with Udi. Obviously took some damage in that previous fight, had to actually flash himself away to keep himself alive there. In terms of items, Caitlyn BF sword and pickaxe, so working quite nicely up towards the infinity edge. Annie also has needlessly large rod, blasting one, so Rabadon's death cap won't be too far away from being completed there as well. And Lux obviously has the Soul Stealer, which doesn't have any stacks yet.
I think we're seeing Udyr. Yeah, I was going to say he's going to go down and water. I thought he was heading straight towards blue though. He knew something I didn't know, that there was no one there. So he's getting a straight ward down river, so it's covering himself off. Soaz at the moment though, he's just used his ulti to farm off that lane, so he's going to try and do a bit of damage. And really, what Timson knows is he wants to go back and buy. That's why he's suddenly piling out the pressure. Blue being picked up by Lux there, so given across to him, and the ward's going out. Lots of ward placement starting to happen here, as you kind of expect with the supports. That's what a great support does. And at the moment, yeah, there we go. Aurelia has gone back and bought. So what's Aurelia been and got? I've got to get used to this spec mode down the bottom. I'm so used to clicking tab and thinking, oh, where is it? I'm just looking down the bottom. Rabadon's death cap on Annie as well. Cage Lucky pick also on Soraka. So getting that GP5 item, as it were. And still that Meki Soul Stealer on Lux is really paying dividends.
Not. Yeah, I'm not sure if we can see the stacks. I mean, there's none to see at this stage anyway, even if we could. But we'll see about that one. Up at the top, yeah, it should be a fairly boring fight unless a third person joins in from either one of the teams there. Down at the bottom, we are seeing Sadeo going fairly aggressive onto Tidus. Obviously, Soraka there just putting a couple of wards down for the alternate side. We may see Lee Sin coming for a little bit of trouble. He does have the lizard buff on him right now, so we'll see how that all works out. And they've seen him there with that ward that was put down earlier on, so Lee Sin not going to be able to do anything. Olaf is actually in the bush, stood next to a ward, so he's pretty much useless in that position. Soaz won't be going anywhere near it. They're pinging all over the place at the moment, and we're actually seeing Forellan maybe being the target. We've got Lee Sin moving in again. Good ward coverage. Going to spot the position, and that's making a big difference. Here we go, gank up at the top, but will they be able to slow Soaz down enough? No, and he actually flashes away from that one. So at least they've burnt the flash off of Soaz, but just so hard to kill that Irelia up at the top.
Yeah, like you said, it's really great wall placement. Both teams have got fantastic wall placement. They've got it straight up and down the river. They know exactly where they're coming from. The tri bushes are covered, and any little slightest place is just covered out across the map. So we're kind of getting them start to stack up. Meanwhile, Caitlyn's still getting nice free farm down the bottom there while they were covering off. You saw Vayne actually cut across, so Vayne's still yet to go back. Had to cut across straight towards mid-tower because they thought they were going to start stacking up for that. Soaz, meanwhile, is just trolling at the top here. Has still not gone back. It's just carrying on farming, absolutely ignoring Udyr, anything he does, and just like, yeah, it really don't matter. Meanwhile, in the mid there, they did dive onto Lux there, which I missed.
Missed it completely as well.
First miss of the game there, but they are going to stack straight up on this tower, and they're going to get the mid tower down as well. So Soaz is holding up, but Olaf and Udyr at the top, and that mid tower is going to go down. Nobody's going to move anywhere near it. They've got a good stack pushing straight in as well. They're going to have to respond to this because they could push straight on towards the inner turret. They've got good vision of the two lanes. They know exactly that nobody's anywhere near this. Finally, Udyr's starting to move. They're going to strip at least 1,000 hit points off this tower before they go, and Tibbers continues to tank it with his new stronger everlasting bear form. And wow, look at that. Udyr had to come down and try and cover it off, and now there's a stack going straight into the tower. So at the moment, Millenium are in a strong position. They have around about 3k advantage in gold, so it's a big advantage, and obviously the tower advantage as well.
Yeah, Millenium looking superbly strong at this stage. Well, they're about 3k ahead in terms of the gold. I'm not seeing the second dragon go down. I'm not sure if I just missed that one or what. But yeah, you know, the kill that we missed there in middle is exactly what we pointed out at the start of the game. You get that stunning from Tariq, and the burst of Annie with the ridiculously high AP that she has, which is up at 250 right now. Obviously, Rabadon's death cap was the first to be completed. That burst with Tibbers on your head, Lux is not going to survive that ever.
Yeah, indeed. So looks like alternate.attax are going to stack up in mid. They're going to have to respond to this massive amount of tower pushing that Millenium keep doing, yet to find their own one, and really yet to get anywhere near taking any of these down. They are all pretty much full health. You can see that Soraka is porting over. She's actually going to go. Yes, she is. So leaving them in mid there. Udyr's got free reign at the top there, so Dragon is about to spawn, I think. So we didn't miss it, Joe. Don't worry. It's and they're going, it's not here yet. Where is it? There it is. Right on time. And oh, look at that. Linex ready. Oh, Linex going to go face check. They're going to go straight in there. The ward was down. They managed to put Tibbers straight down on them. Oh dear, just get absolutely blown up. Lux managed to put the laser straight across them. I think Vayne will get away from this one. Caitlyn shot. Oh! Doing 23 hit points, managed to get away. They're going to go straight back to Dragon, so they get a kill out of it in the end, and they will, and let Tibbers tank it. So meanwhile, Udyr, I think, no, I don't think he's going to pick up that top tower. I don't think he's got enough with him, to be honest. And Lux is going to come in. Lux is not really going to be able to go help. So they've lost the Dragon, lost the kill, and the tower is going to survive quite happily.
Yeah, nice little push there from Udyr, but it's not going to really help them out, obviously, with that Dragon going down as well. And they've got